Who is this actually good for? Who should skip it? And is it worth the price for the everyday buyer who just wants a bit of relief after work? If you've been scrolling through endless massage chair options and wondering whether you'd end up with a home spa or an expensive piece of furniture you'll never use, you're not alone. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break down the real-world considerations before you decide to bring a massive recliner into your living room. First off, the hesitation most people feel isn't about the glossy touchscreen or the promise of zero-gravity positioning. It's about the risk of spending a few $1,000s on a chair that sounds perfect on paper but ends up gathering dust. A massage chair is a commitment of space, electricity, and, most importantly, trust that the machine will actually ease tension the way a professional therapist would. With the Amzyes 4D massage chair, you're buying a full-body system that claims 15 automatic programs, 5 manual tweaks, 4-dimensional rollers, and a network of 28 airbags that supposedly mimic deep tissue work. Those numbers look impressive, but they're only useful if the chair delivers the right pressure where you need it, stays quiet enough for a living room, and lasts beyond the warranty period. Let's start with the people who might truly benefit. If you suffer from chronic lower back pain, spend hours at a desk, or have a physically demanding job that leaves you sore after a shift, the combination of rollers and airbags can be a practical daily aid. The zero-gravity feature, which tilts you back so that your spine aligns with your heart, is designed to reduce pressure on the discs and improve circulation. In a real-world scenario, imagine finishing a long day of construction work, stepping into the chair, hitting the zero-gravity button, and letting the rollers glide along the lumbar curve while the airbags inflate around your hips and thighs. For someone who would otherwise book a weekly massage therapist, that could replace a few visits, especially if the chair's intensity can be dialed up to a level that actually reaches the deeper muscle layers. The touchscreen interface also adds a layer of convenience. You can scroll through the preset programs, adjust the roller speed, and fine-tune the airbag pressure without having to wrestle with a remote. For tech-savvy users, that feels natural, and the ability to save a custom program means you can replicate the exact pressure you found most relieving after a few trial sessions. Now, who should walk away? If you're an occasional user who only wants a quick shoulder rub once a week, the size and cost of the Amzyes chair might not make sense. The footprint of this recliner is comparable to a small sofa, and it needs a dedicated power outlet. In a modest apartment or a shared living space, finding room for a chair that reclines fully and tilts into zero gravity can be a logistical nightmare. Also, the average rating of 2 out of 5 stars across nearly 400 reviews suggests a significant portion of owners encountered problems, whether it's insufficient pressure, noisy operation, or a learning curve that feels more like a chore than a relief. While we can't quote specific complaints, that rating alone is a red flag for anyone who expects a plug-and-play experience. Let's talk practicality. The 4D rollers claim to move in 4 directions: up, down, side-to-side, and depth, so they can mimic the kneading motions of a therapist. In practice, that means the chair can focus on a knot in the upper traps and then transition smoothly down the spine without you having to stop and select a new program. If you're dealing with tightness that shifts throughout the day, that fluidity can be a genuine benefit. However, the intensity of those rollers is limited by the motor's power, and some users have reported that the deep tissue setting feels more like a firm massage than a true, bone-penetrating pressure. If you're accustomed to a therapist who uses elbows and forearms to crack stubborn knots, the chair may fall short. The 28 airbags are another selling point. They inflate around the shoulders, arms, lower back, hips, and legs, providing a gentle stretch that can improve blood flow. In a typical home routine, you might start with a shoulder focus program, let the airbags hug your arms, then switch to a leg stretch mode after a workout. That versatility can replace a few gym recovery sessions, especially if you're prone to post-exercise stiffness. On the flip side, the more airbags there are, the more potential points of failure. A single leak can render an entire program less effective, and troubleshooting airbag issues isn't exactly user-friendly. If you're not comfortable with occasional maintenance, that could become a source of frustration. Noise is another real-world factor. A massage chair sits in a shared space, and the whir of motors can be intrusive. While the Amzyes description doesn't provide decibel numbers, many comparable chairs in this price range emit a noticeable hum during the roller cycle. If you plan to use the chair while watching TV or during a family dinner, you might find the sound distracting. 4.